Hi, my name is Katrina and I'm going to take you through a core workout today. This is going to be floor based. We won't be getting up and down, so you will want to have a mat on the floor that you're comfortable with, or if you have carpet, that may be enough cushion for you as well. But again, we won't be getting up and down, so if that's an issue for you, we'll just be here on the floor. If you do have any knee sensitivities, anything going on, you may want to have a towel or something to place underneath those knees for a little extra cushion, because some of our exercises will be on our knees. So after just a little warm up. So starting with our warm up, we're going to be doing some planks to get those muscles warm. If you are not comfortable being up on your hands, elbows will always be a good option. I'm going to actually show from my elbows. So starting off by lengthening out through those hips in our plank, I'm going to come down to my elbows, shoulders are away from our ears, and we're going to hold here. Now if you feel more comfortable doing a plank from your toes, go ahead and prop up onto those toes, but we're just going to hold here for about 10 seconds, engaging that core. So you should feel that belly button drawing up to your spine, tighten up through those quads, shoulders down away from those ears, and then we're going to slowly release down. When you come all the way down onto our belly, hands come up underneath your shoulders. Think about drawing that belly button away from the ground. Inhale, you're lifting that chest off the ground. Now my hands are here, but they're here for support. So if you need them, you can use them. If you don't, you're lifting up through that lower back and those muscles warm and back down. Toes are going to stay on the ground. We're just warming up through that spine, that lower back. So we want to keep those toes down. Opening through the chest, coming back down a couple more just like that. Lifting up and then coming back down. Hands come right in those shoulders, propping up onto all fours. Knees are hip width apart, shoulders away from those ears. I'm going to take that right leg straight behind my body, belly button down to the ground, shoulders away from my ears, and we're going to hold here for just a moment. And then exhaling, bringing that right knee into your chest, and then inhale, extending out. Now if this feels like it's perfect for you, I want you to stay here. Option, if you want to extend that left arm to that opposite arm out, you can pull that in and out as well. As you come in, whether you're going with the elbow and the knee or just that knee, little rounding through your back, then lengthening out. Exhale, inhale, lengthen one more time. Exhale, inhale, lengthen. Go ahead and bring hands, knees down, shoulders shrug away from your ears. Left leg goes behind you. Again, belly button to the ground, keeping those hips nice and level. Hold here for a moment as you feel those muscles engage. And then knee into your chest as you exhale. Inhale, extend. So again, maybe you stay here, or that option is to take that opposite arm, knee and elbow reach towards one another, extend. Exhale in, inhale, extend. Let's do a couple more. Exhale in, inhale, extend one more time. Exhale in, inhale, extend. Okay, should be feeling a little bit warmer now. So we're going to go into some more planks here. Planks help with our posture and engage a lot of muscles. So again, elbows or hands. Again, I'm going to go down onto my elbows. And you can either hold, make sure my watch is going, we're going to hold for 15 seconds on this first one. So you're either holding from your knees or your toes, lifting up, time has started. Now, especially if you're all the way up on your toes, I want you to think about pressing out through those heels, drawing that belly button up towards your spine, engaging through the quads. Again, same thing if you're on your knees, engaging through those quads, and then releasing down. Shoulders are away from those ears. Belly button draws up towards the spine, so we're going to come here for a moment in between. I'm going to reach my arms forward just like I'm diving into a pool, drawing those elbows back into my rib cage. Diving into the pool, drawing back into my rib cage. So lengthening out, pulling in. Lengthening out, pulling in. So remember, core is not just those muscles in the front that we see, it's through our back as well, even through our hips. Two more. And one more time. And then we're going to come back up into our plank. It's going to get a little bit longer. We're building as we get stronger in it. So this time, 30 seconds. We're lifting up, so knees or toes, and holding. Now I'm saying 30 seconds. If you know that you have a really good plank for 15 seconds and then it starts to not be so great, that's when I want you to stop. So you want to hold everything nice and tight. You're not letting those hips come down or push up high. You have 10 seconds to go. Breathe as deep as you can. Remember to engage all the muscles in the front of your body. It's not just about those core muscles. Think about those legs. 2, and release down. From here, we're going to come around into a seated position. In that seated position, legs are out in front of you. That chest is up. I'm actually show you from the side. Chest is up. I'm going to lean back until I start to feel the muscles say hello. So you can stay right here if that feels like it's enough for you. If you want to bring the arms out, you can bring them out. If you want to lift one leg, both legs, you can extend those legs straight, whatever challenges you. So I'm going to keep my feet down so I can keep talking. Shoulders away from your ears. I want you to breathe as deep as you can. You have 5 more seconds. You didn't even know we were going, did you? Keep holding, breathing. 2, and release. Shoulders shrug down. Okay, from here, we're going to go back in that same position, but we're going to focus on twisting with that right shoulder back. So I'm going to show it with my arms across my chest, lifting up, lean back, and then shift that right shoulder back, coming back up to the center. Shifting and back up to the center. Now, please listen to your body. If you have any back issues and twisting doesn't feel right for you, you're going to not do this one. Go ahead and take a little break, or you can hold that position to the center instead. Now, if it feels really good and you want to add on, making some more options here, you can bring those arms out in front of you and then allow your chest to follow your hands. So the arms only move as much as your chest is going to move. You have 2 more, just like that. 2, and 1. Coming to the center, little shoulder shrug down. Again, I'll show that arm option cross, and then we're rotating over to the left side this time and back up to the center. Left side and center. So main thing, you want to make sure you come up nice and tall as we come back to the center, realigning that spine. Again, that option, if it felt good for you, is to extend those arms up as you rotate. Rotate. 2, and 1. Big shoulder shrug up. From here, a lot of planks in this workout, so we're going to go into a side plank. So go ahead and pick whichever side you want to start on. Again, I'm going to go from my elbow. You're welcome to go from your hand if that feels good for you. Main thing is to check that those shoulders are away from your ears, that you're not dropping into that position. Elbow down. Option first with the knee underneath you. So that top leg's extended, you can prop up, lifting up from the hip, keeping that nice long line. Now if you feel like you want to lift that bottom knee off, there's a couple options. Some people like to stack their feet, some people like to stagger. It's really what feels good for you. So we're gonna go for 15 seconds this first time. So I'll show with that bent knee first, and we are lifting up and holding, breathing. You can add an arm reach. If you want to reach it up, I'll keep mine on my hip. Again, if you feel better being on your feet, go ahead and lift that bottom leg out. Keep holding, watching my time here. 2, and 1, lowering down. Shoulder shrug. We're just going to go over to our other side, so however you're comfortable getting there. Same thing, 15 seconds. We will build on that in a little bit. Elbow underneath that shoulder, propping up, whichever option was best for your body. Again, option to extend, straight on those feet. Don't worry, we are going. Breathing as deep as you can. Holding. This is when you start to think your happy thoughts for the day. 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna flip onto our bellies again and go back into our face down plank. So with this face down plank, we're gonna try for 45 seconds. We're gonna go a little bit longer. We did 15, we did 30, we're gonna go up to 45. Don't worry, that's the longest that we will do for this workout. So again, you go as long as you're comfortable, and then inhaling, lifting up, maybe knees, maybe toes, shoulders are away from those ears. You're engaging every muscle in the front of the body. If you shake a little bit, remember that's okay. Shaking is your muscles being challenged. So be proud of the fact that your muscles are shaking, that you're challenging them right now. You're breathing as deep as you can. Remember, what if you get to 20 seconds and you start to feel things happening through your hips because your muscles are feeling like that's a little bit too much, take a break. You can always add on another time. You have 5 more seconds, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing down, shoulder shrug. Okay, we're gonna roll back onto our side for that side plank. So go ahead and pick your side. You can go over to the other side if you'd like. This one we're gonna try for 30 seconds. Again, this will be the peak for our side plank. So lifting up, knees or onto those feet, shoulders are away from those ears. So again, holding here, option. If you'd like to add a little bit of movement, option is to drop your hip down to the ground and then come back up. Now, if you feel like the plank is super challenging for you and you're just happy that you're holding it, just hold. That movement is gonna make it a little bit more intense. So only go there if you feel like you need that extra intensity to challenge your body. Keep breathing, holding. Remember that shaking, embrace it. 3, 2, and release. Going over to that second side. Come on over. Again, find the position that works for you. Shoulders away from those ears. Inhale, propping up, holding. Again, feel free to go onto your feet if that feels like a better option for you. And then think about that underside. So a nice long line from my armpit through my hip and either ending to my knee, or if you're in that foot option, it's gonna go all the way down into those feet. Keeping that body long. Think about your spine lengthened. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Let's come back around into that seated position. And we're gonna hold again. So make sure you wiggle, lifting up that chest, sliding back, but I'm gonna add a little option. So remember, you can always stay right here, hands behind your thighs. You can extend those arms out, but we're gonna add a little kick. Kick, so side view, you're extending from that knee, keeping everything else still. So maybe you need to hold on, maybe you don't. If you feel like you got a lot of extra energy today and you want to put it out there, you can go with both legs, but watch that you keep that chest open. It's really easy to want to drop the chest when you extend the legs. So I'm going to stay with one at a time. Keep lengthening, lengthening, breathing, taking a break if you need to. We got 5 more seconds. 2, and 1. Shoulders shrug down, lengthening. Roll back onto our belly. This time I said we were done with our planks, but we're gonna add a little variation for mountain climbers. So if you do find that this is too much for you, hold a plank instead, or maybe this is when you're done, you just take a break for the rest. But you are coming up, I'm gonna show from knees first. You're into a high plank position, that means up onto those hands, and you're pulling your knee into your chest. Pulling that knee into your chest. Again, if that feels like it's perfect for you, stay here. If you're comfortable being on your toes, engage so you have that nice strong plank position, and then same thing, knee to your chest. Knee to your chest. Exhaling. Because we're focusing on our core, I want you to think about keeping those hips nice and level in that plank. Now you can go quicker, but you're still keeping those hips level. You got 10 more seconds here. Challenging that body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come down onto those knees. Shoulder shrugs. We're going to prop up for just a second. Hands onto your hip. Little arch back. Deep breath in. Exhale. Coming forward. Turn face you. Bring that right arm up, reaching up over. Now if this doesn't feel good on your knees, feel free to take a seat instead. You can do the same movement. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, reaching the opposite side over. And then exhale, releasing down. Thank you so much for coming and taking this core class with me.